Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the SyFy Sistas live show on Tuesday.
Wow.
What's
That's
up,
new.
my good people? I know I'm feeling a little frisky tonight. I went to
Uh-oh.
see some good music last night, so I'm like,
Ooh.
woo,
All right. She's
you know.
sassy tonight. All right, I like it.
Sassy.
I'm Sister Tamia. I'm joined by my sisters, my sassy sisters, Sabrina Wood,
Whoop, whoop.
Yvette Blackman Tom,
Hello.
and Fran T.
What's happening?
Hey, yay. What's happening, Fran, is that we have a really fun thing for you guys tonight. We thanks to Netflix, thank you, Netflix. We got some screeners and we were invited to sit down and talk to Dan and Kevin Hageman one more time about this wonderful new season of Star Trek Prodigy. Before I get to that, though, I can't forget to announce the official sponsor of the SyFy Sistas live show is Ouray Silversmiths, and they are located in Ouray, Colorado. And you can find the link in not in the bio, the link in the notes.
In the description.
In the description. That's what they're called on YouTube. Like, that thing that you look at that's like, tells you about the show and stuff, it's called a different thing on every different platform. This one, it's the description.
Yes. And the link will take you to our to the SyFy Sistas jury collection also. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out.
Please do. Thank you. Please and thank you. Okay. And on to the other good stuff. The interview. Dun, dun, dun. We're so excited to see everybody here tonight. This is like a nice crowd of people. Like, so hi everybody. So we got to thanks. We got to talk to Dan and Kevin again. Sorry,
Yes.
My brain had to catch up. Like I just it's literally just like stopped. Like it's like we got to blank
Marge season episode 2.
And like, so before we had this interview, like I was trying to binge. So Netflix was kind enough to give us some screeners, but like mine were all messed up. Like I don't know what I did. I filled the stupid thing out wrong. It took forever for me to get my screeners. It was like the day before this interview was happening. Like, and thank God I was off of work, right? Because I was sitting there like, I gotta watch Prodigy. I gotta watch all this Prodigy. I made it up until like the last. I had 6 episodes to go, I believe. 6 or 7. I mean, it was a whole damn season, y'all. I mean, it was really good, but it was one day. I had one day, but it was a miracle that I got through that far. And we have right here on the panel, we sisters have seen a variety of the show. Like, I don't think so. Sister Fran, you haven't seen it yet because we haven't been able to get your Netflix screener things up yet, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But now it's up. Now it's up. So Sister Fran is going to be watching with everybody else. And so she's going to be the one who's going to be like on everybody else's pulse. Like, oh my God, can you believe that? So we've been trying really hard not to spoil it for her, but we kind of spoiled it for her. And it's definitely going to get some spoilers tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just remember there
will
be spoilers from this interview alone. So
yes. So get ready for that.
Yes. So I hate to say it, like if you do not want the spoilers, don't get mad if you stay and hang out for this, okay? Because you can always come back and watch it again on YouTube. It's going to live in perpetuity. But I mean, I would miss you if you're gone. So and right. Sabrina.
Yes.
Sabrina,
I've seen it twice, so I'm good.
Yvette has seen it. Yeah. Overachiever over here has seen it twice.
I know how to work my Netflix.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. See, unnecessarily nasty and catty.
I've got 2 left.
Oh wow, 2 good ones too.
Yeah, I know it, man. I was like trying so hard to get to the end of it today, but I had homework to do for something else.
Oh, there you go. Homework.
All right, we're ready.
So anyway, here's the interview. Let's go.
I'd like to know how you guys watched the screeners.
On the laptop?
We did not watch them all together in a room, like on the couch.
Did any of you get through them all yet?
I have not. I have gotten to, I think, episode 13 or 14.
Okay.
I don't want to get through them all yet.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Savoring, stop.
I
I
wanted to,
don't want to spoil anything in this conversation.
Oh
so-
no, you can spoil everything, but I
It's
just
okay. It's okay.
yeah, spoil away.
because we already have spoiler questions, and the
Yep.
sisters and I, we've talked about it. So like
Okay.
we all know, like spoilers abound, and we're still, it doesn't mean we're not going to love it as much. I mean, I only have a couple of spoiler questions, so
Okay.
you know, I mean, but yeah, it's really, I really wanted to savor it.
Well, I don't want to tell you
Um,
the ending then. I don't want
No, don't tell us the
Oh yeah,
ending.
okay, yeah, do that at least for me.
It's going to be hard work for you guys. We're sorry. You know, I
Oh.
tried.
But I'm telling you.
Okay.
All right.
So we're so excited. I know we don't have you guys for a long time, but really, really excited to see you again. And Yvette sends her regards. She's really bummed.
She's
that
really upset.
she's very upset that she could not get out of work today
Oh
um,
no.
to come see you guys.
They think I'm in a board meeting.
Awesome.
Well,
Okay,
tell her
so
we'll see her either at Star Trek Las Vegas or are you guys
Yes.
going there?
All
Yes.
of us, yes.
All of us.
Comic-Con. I don't know if you girls are doing Comic-Con.
no, we're not going to.
No.
Wait, New York or San Diego?
San Diego.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I think
No.
Yvette might be at New York.
New York.
Okay.
hmm But so we'll definitely make sure we can see you in Vegas.
Yes.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Before they start like telling us like hurry it up, and we haven't asked a single question, I'm gonna get us started. So I have a question from Yvette for you guys. And I think it's the perfect place to start. And she says, when we last spoke, you mentioned that there were bigger characters that are coming to the show that are not on Voyager. And she says, although her timeline knowledge helped her uncover some surprises, she would never have guessed that the Traveler would show up, nor would I have guessed that. And she's wanted us to know why it was important to you guys to tell Wesley's story.
So I'll take this one, Kevin. So when we originally thought about what we were going to do in season 2, we didn't think about Wesley. And it wasn't until our writer's room, Jen Murrow, who, when she was a teenager, she had a poster of Wesley Crusher in her bedroom. And she's now friends with them, so it's not as creepy. But it just started connecting all the dots. When it was a time travel season, he's the Traveler. He's the original kid on a ship. He's the original Prodigy. And it's kind of
there's so many questions surrounding what happened to him.
in TNG.
Mhm.
There
He
was
just
like,
walked off the episode, and you're just
Right.
like,
what happened to him?
TNG?
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
come
so
on,
it was a
no
lot
one.
of fun to play in that sandbox of what happened
Yeah,
to Crusher.
yeah. But you know, I think a lot of other shows were scared to touch that character because he was so powerful, right?
Mhm.
And so that's why we were like, well, let's make him a little scatterbrained, and he's got a little, and there's a period
Little
of time
Willy
he doesn't have
Wonka, little
powers.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, right. I was thinking Doctor Who when I was watching him. I was like, oh, this would fit so perfectly in that universe too.
Yeah, we just thought it was so much fun writing that character, and then Will was just such an amazing actor, and he loved what we were doing with him, and he was just having fun.
Oh, that's awesome. He's one Star Trek alum that we have great respect for. And oh my God, Will Wheaton, if you're listening,
And we know
we
you
know you
are.
the SyFy Sisters want you on the show, buddy.
Or as they say in Prodigy, yip, yip, yip.
So I had a follow-up question for that then too, because I just finished reading Moments Asunder by Dayton Ward. And, you know, Wesley's character is integral to that whole series, that whole plot, to that book, and then the other books that come in the series. Were you guys collaborating with the
I hope we didn't bust up his narrative.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
you don't even
We hadn't
We
read
weren't familiar
We-
with it.
We
oh
were
my word.
get
Yeah,
out
we-
of here.
we created it all within our room. And as we were writing season 2, Akiva and Terry from Picard called us up and were like, well, we were hoping to do something, with Wesley, but we heard you guys are doing a lot. And so we were talking and we helped them a little bit with their sort of scene that they included with him. And then we were learning about Jack, this character of Jack, and he's going to have a brother. And so how can we kind of give a nice nod to Picard and them? So it worked out nicely.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Because you guys have to, if you haven't read that book yet, please read it. It's like the rest of my question was, I love how these episodes with Wesley dovetails so perfectly with the books, including the creatures and the plot line.
Was probably reading the scripts though, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Right?
maybe.
Dayton had to have been reading them too.
When did the book come out?
It's newish.
Oh, well, maybe, I don't know.
And then I was going to see like who came first, the chicken or the egg, like which one of you guys came up with this concept first. And you guys got to read it.
I will definitely check
Yeah,
it out.
it's perfect. So yeah, and it makes sense now that Dayton is the connection. I forgot that Dayton is an advisor for you guys on the show, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Duh.
A tangential, like he's
Tangential.
Yeah.
Like one of the script read, he does like
I think he does
not
some of the
script
other
readers,
shows, but everyone has everyone has like access to the scripts and things like that if they're in
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was spot on, let me tell you. And it was beautiful to
Mhm.
see continuity from the page to the screen like that. And you guys really knocked it out of the park. Yeah, it was
Thank you.
gorgeous. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Fran,
He deserves his own show. I mean, I would love to see a Doctor Who, Star Trek
Wesley.
series following.
Oh,
he really
Wesley,
does.
Will would be
the
amazing.
Traveler.
He
Yeah,
really
I
does.
call it sweaters.
I love how he told them that, he was like, I've got a ton of sweaters. Like I got a whole sweater
Are you
collection.
guys
I was
cold?
like, dying.
Got a lot of- yeah.
Yeah,
You know
you
the
guys
one thing that never made it that I wanted Rock Talk to get one of his sweaters, and it actually fits her well.
Oh my gosh. Can you see
Avril
that?
Wesley sweater.
That would have been awesome. I'm waiting for Sabrina to get up to that episode because what she's going to freak out over, and Fran, is that office that Wesley took them to.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That
This-
office, I was like, oh my God, TOS fans everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
There's so much stuff in this.
A lot of Easter eggs. Yeah.
Lots of
Anyway.
Easter eggs. Go ahead, Fran.
Oh,
I know
man.
you got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. On totally different note.
Mm.
What is the deal with Janeway and Chakotay? Are they or aren't they? That's a question from a follower.
Mm.
Well, it's a tight wire act. It's like if you answer it one way or the other, you gotta keep it a little open, but at the same time show that reunion. And I think when we were exploring what we were going to do with that, the first thing we did was we talked to Kate, we talked to Robert, we talked to massive Voyager fans, and we kind of got all sides of it. And I think the biggest advice I thought, was talking to Kate, and she was like, the love between Janeway and Chakotay is bigger than a relationship love. It's
A romance.
bigger than a romance. That it's it's that bond they've been through hell and back.
Oh, they're
And
ride or die.
as a captain and a first officer,
Mm-hmm.
there's something there that's even more powerful. So it's like if you just have them, doting off into the sunset, holding hands, you're going to feel like we did Admiral Janeway a disservice.
Mhm.
Can I say, I don't know if any of you ladies have watched the Cracked Mirror episode. That's like 114, Dan, maybe? Or
Episode 14.
Mhm.
You said you're at 13. Have you watched the Chakotay episode?
Have I watched which one? I'm sorry.
It's Chakotay.
Episode 14,
Chakotay.
when they find each other.
No, I haven't seen
No.
that. one yet.
Okay, then
There is
what
an
am I
episode.
saying?
There is an episode that I think
Episode 14.
yes to everything my brother is saying, but
It's
I
my
think
favorite episode. You stopped at my favorite episode.
we have an episode that delivers a lot of really good stuff.
Oh,
I can't
baby.
wait. I cannot
Okay, we may have to
wait.
watch that together.
But we're clever.
Fran.
Forward.
We were
You
clever.
should watch it together.
I cannot wait for you guys to watch it because Sabrina, you got a lot of catching up to do, you and Fran.
I know.
And I plan on continuing on. Like, I mean, here's the thing. I really wanted to savor this season. I love having episodes released weekly, and to give you a chance to really sit in it and talk about it with everybody and enjoy it. But so we got a dump, right? Okay, that's okay. We got a whole season dump. I only binged a whole bunch of it so that I could talk to you guys today. Like the rest of it, I'm pulling back on, and I'm
22 episodes a week. Waiting a week for 22 minutes doesn't feel like enough. It feels
you got to do it.
I
Like
remember
episodes.
it used to be
okay, 2 episodes.
It used to be like a 1-hour episode. It used to be very closed-ended. You know, you got the whole thing, and then the next episode, it felt like you're back at zero again with the characters, right? And ours is so serialized, and it's only 22 minutes. It's really hard to wait. I agree. I understand the appreciation, but I think there will be a lot of people who will just, you'll have even a deeper experience because you can just get on this ride, you know?
Well, that's what yeah, go ahead, Sabrina.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it was true for me with watching Voyager itself. I think I got a deeper experience watching it as a binge show than I did when I watched it as episodic. But you got to remember, you got 2 boomers here, and we are used to waiting for a week for a half-hour show that was going to be, you know, a story. And, you know, we had a whole summer we had to go through. So for me and Fran, this is candy. But
We had an episode that was secretly titled Boomers. I think it was it's the Boomers episode. I think it's
You guys haven't seen it's in the back 10, yeah.
it's in the back.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I think it's called Touch of Gray. Isn't it called Touch of Gray?
on my
Touch of
head.
Gray.
There's an episode called
that?
Touch of Gray
But
that we
but
would
it's
always refer to it as like it's the Boomers episode.
it's like the kid characters get in trouble, and then it's like
And the adults have
Janeway,
to
it's
saddle.
Janeway and Wesley and Doctor and Chakotay having to like get
hike
back
up a
to
mountain.
Oh, wow.
I love that. But I think that one of the things that I know that is that I'm loving it so much. Like I want to drag it out for a little while, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Because like you said, you get on the ride and you just want to keep going. Like it was so easy. I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning last night, like watching Prodigy, and like I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired, but I have to see the next one.
I think what's good is that these characters are so infectious that like you want to be with them. So even rewatches are like, my wife rewatches Troll Hunters all the time. So she's like, I just love these characters. So if you love the characters, it's like you just rewatch it and you just get the warm fuzzy feelings of, you know, camaraderie.
Well, I have one last question for that. I love what we're doing this season with Gwendella.
Yeah.
And so first season, she was like the runaway, you know, she's like the bad girl, she's the runaway. And this season, she seems to be this trope that I love. The young girl who has the weight of a world on her shoulders. She's like a Joan of Arc. She's like a Princess Leia. She's like, but I wanted to know the episode, The Dauphin, where Wesley, again, falls in love with the young lady that comes on the ship. She's a princess and she's got this bodyguard with her. We don't know that the bodyguard is like a monster, but and he falls for this young woman. Did that any inspiration? Did you guys think about that episode when you wrote this season for Gwen?
No, we just knew that, I mean, she literally had the weight of the world on her shoulders, with Solemn being in flux, in the sense of knowing that your home world, in which you've never been to, is about to have a civil war.
You need to go back to the Dauphin.
It's up to you to make sure the civil war doesn't happen. And then you know, I don't know if you've seen the first couple episodes, but that got wrong very quickly because of Essentia.
Let me tell you, I want to just bow down right now, because you guys know you're the reason why I like animation now. You know, I had a problem. You know, hey, we're not going to go there. Love this. I'm telling you, I had to stop the tape when we went into the elders in the room where the 2 elders were there, and I just had to look at that whole thing. I'm sitting there going, who are these people that is drawing this? This is so beautiful.
This show is gorgeous. This show remains just
Benny Bond.
beautiful.
There's a very talented our supervising director. He just has an eye for this stuff.
Oh my God, it's everything. The faces, the designs, even the heirloom was just like when she showed it to her father, I was like, boom. I got this, Dad. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. Love this so
Thank
much.
you.
I just wanted to thank you guys. It was just,
I love your exuberance, so thank you so much. I mean, we're talking about a show that appears to be a kid's show, but it's so much more.
And you guys
Oh.
are, these 2 days have been, hearing for the first time people who've actually watched it. You guys are the first,
Oh, absolutely. Watched it like to the detail, like run it back, see it again. Wait a minute, what was that?
That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to my second watches, because the first watch
What
is
have you
like,
missed?
I'm just gobbling it all up. Like, what's the story? Who's going where? Where's the action? Like, da 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 da. What are my themes? And then my second watch through are the ones where it's like, look at that detail. Look at this.
Oh
Now,
my God.
Sabrina, like, she's a cinematic watcher, period. That's her thing. So, Fran,
I
you had
am
another?
too. I am too. I love
Ah.
watching movies and Sabrina and I are on the same page with that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is a gorgeous,
I
gorgeous
think
watch.
you'll find when you get to the end of season 2, everything comes full circle back to
Okay.
season 1, episode 1. You're going to
Wow.
see a beautiful kind of circle, and I think even that will make you want to watch again because it's all tied together.
Yeah.
Trekkies watching episodes over and over again, say it ain't so. I don't believe
I mean, that's like our lives.
No,
It's like- I'm so happy now that I have to watch episodes over and over again, so I don't have to explain myself to people in my life, like why I'm doing this. Like,
Oh, it makes
I
us-
have a reason now.
It makes us so happy. That was one of the first things we've talked about. We're like, Trekkies are completionists, so even if the
Mhm.
people who are resistant to watching the show, they're going to watch the show at some point.
Yep.
Like 10
Yes.
years from now, there's going to be Trekkies going to be like, well, I guess I'll watch Prodigy. And then they're going to watch it and they're going to have the same experience. They'll be like, why wasn't I onto this train at the very beginning?
I
Yep.
never
it
understand
all
the
the
people.
time online.
Yeah,
all
I
the
never
time.
understand the people who are so resistant to new Trek shows. I'm like, it's Trek. It's new. I mean, like I have
Not my
never
Trek.
once. Right, yeah, like I have never once in my life said that. I have never once in my life not been excited for a new Trek show. Not once. I do not understand these people. I'm like, you might not like it as much as the other ones, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited for it. But I mean, I think that Prodigy is. We said it before. We've said it to you guys a million times. It still remains
We'll
one
listen
of
to
our
it a million more times.
One
it's
more
one of
time.
our favorite series
Thank
because
you.
this is the perfect introduction to Star Trek for people who don't know Star
And
Trek.
animation for Sabrina.
Right, and animation for those folks, but also, it's a beautiful love letter to Star Trek as well. I mean, the storytelling is just so good. You
Great.
guys, again, like you're tackling, and what I love about it, we were talking about it in one of our shows before about things that books or media that are stories that are supposed to be for kids that do not talk down to kids, like Madeline Lingle and other things that, like, you're talking about serious issues. There's loss and all these things that you're dealing with that are hard topics to discuss. And I think that is so perfectly in keeping with the Trek tradition, but also the Trek animated tradition, because that that original animated show was not really for kids. They were talking about some amazingly complex issues, and I feel like
And
you
I
guys are
loved
doing the
it.
same thing.
I love the original in the 70s. I watched it. It
The
was
original
good.
animated.
The animated, the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
POS animation.
Yeah.
I
We just
love
added
it.
glitter. We just add glitter. Same
Shiny.
concepts, more glitter.
You guys have some of the best Easter eggs. So and I'm still laughing every time they say the Temporal Mechanics 101 had to be my favorite.
Mhm.
My favorite repeat line. You haven't read Temporal Mechanics 101.
Well,
We
then
kept
you-
getting
then
the
we get-
note. We kept getting the note of like, how is a 6-year-old going to understand this? We're like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Then we get the lovely surprise of seeing our friend Dr. Aaron McDonald.
Yeah.
And then that
Yes.
was so cool.
Isn't that
I mean,
great?
I
heard
would
that.
want to learn temporal mechanics from Dr. McDonald.
We do.
On
We do all the time. We get the cow. We get the milk from the cow. We're like, I don't understand this, and she will tell us. And I think one of the like when we first originally laid out what the time travel map looked like, we were so nervous that she was just going to blow it up with like one word, and she's like, "This works," and we're like, "Oh my gosh,
Yay!
The science is real.
the science is real."
Exactly.
I know that and I know that Fran, you had another question, but I just want to say, like, there's a ship that I can't wait for Sabrina to like, you guys give us a new ship this season.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I
The
love the new
Infinity.
ship.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Who's
Oh,
like,
I saw it. Let me tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
That is like, it was a classic Star Trek, scene. Here we go to the shipyard. We're going to see the ship in the thing, whatever. And I was like, it's Voyager. But then it
Oh yeah,
was
Voyager
Infinity.
A. Voyager
Then it was
A, yeah,
Infinity.
yeah.
I know.
There's
That
another
was
one.
the
There's a
first one.
ship
Then
in
it
a
was
ship.
Infinity. I'm like, ship is in the ship.
Ship
What
in
are
a
you
ship.
doing to me? It was just as good as the Protostar.
So
It really was.
was a new ship like always in the works for the season, or did it just, I mean,
Well,
How did
yes, but we knew that we always wanted to get back to the Protostar again. But it was going to take some time. We didn't want to just have episode 1, season 2. Hey, here's another Protostar like
The
that.
new ship could be
It-
sexier than Protostar, so it had to be
Right.
done.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
it's
when
true.
we did the Infinity, it was sort of like we wanted to make it cool and different, but also we wanted it to be small and cramped, and we wanted the characters to be like, oh, this isn't the Protostar. Like
the Defiant was. Like the Defiant was.
And also, it needs to
The other
look
little
like it
ship.
can go through a wormhole, so to speak. Like
right.
yeah, it was.
Oh, love the strapped in scene.
I love how rugged that ship looks
That
like. I mean,
was
it's
great.
like a Jeep. It's like the Jeep ship.
Exactly.
Gonna have
That's
that
what it looked
alien
like.
drop
With a
ship.
Rubicon all of a sudden.
yeah, kind of looks like
Zero's
Alien Ridley Scott more like
I loved all of it, man. I'm telling you, that was just so cool. But, and I was just, okay, I ended on 2, I admit it. But I'm sitting there like this going, I gotta go. Like, I couldn't see the next one. I had to get to work. And I was just dying. I'm like,
shenanigans start at
Yeah.
episode 2.
oh, you can't have wormhole things going on and then it gotta go. That's
So
I'm
bad.
excited
Fran,
for you.
I know
You got 18 more episodes to go, Sabrina.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like a little kid.
So we got the
More,
last
more.
question, because I know they're going to start booting us off
Yeah.
soon.
More,
yeah.
more, give me more.
Here's
We'll
more
get there.
money.
We'll get there.
Okay, it's like, we love the overarching theme of being stronger together. Can you talk about why this is an important thematic element for this season?
Being stronger together. For this season specifically, or the entire show?
Either one, but I mean, it fits for the entire show, but I really see
Yeah,
it, like,
because
it
I
really
felt like
strong for this season.
I felt like from the very get-go of the whole show that communication was so key, because in our time, in our country, that there's so many people not talking to each other, and they've created these battle lines in which they just see the other side as the enemy.
Both sides.
And again, it goes back to Gene Roddenberry of like, our better angels are out there. We will get past these things. And I think that was what we wanted. We're like, we needed to come together. As much as we hate each other, we need to come together.
Right.
We need to put it onto a small ship and be told we're going to die without each other's help. And that's the way it's going to happen.
And that's what Star Trek is. They just don't tend to explore characters learning that and getting to that point, right? Most Star Trek shows, they understand that. They're working together. They're the best of the best, right? But our kids get to learn that. And so really what we're doing is exactly what you see in all the Star Trek shows.
Yeah, I think it's
I
so
wish
Go
wish
ahead.
sometimes that we would have aliens just land like the Vulcans did,
cool.
and then we as a globe, as a world, would have to come together because we realize we're not the only people, only beings out there. So it has to be global, because in most of the sci-fi movies that you see, the old ones, the new ones, the Earth comes together.
Yeah.
And they mention all these countries and, and everything, but that's my wish. I know it's not going to happen in my lifetime,
How
but
do you
I
know?
you
We need
know,
like a universal translator for politics, like a
Right?
you know, we
Translator.
do. We do. So I wish, like you say, we're such a divided in America and all over the world. We're so
All over.
divided. And
Mhm.
that we are stronger together. You come together and you can do more. There is strength in numbers.
Right.
So thank you for that too.
I love how you guys show tell that story though, this
Yeah.
season, especially like we've got a new Vulcan. What's her name?
Mhm.
I can't,
Michelle.
Oh, come on
yeah,
Major Bear.
Michelle,
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
which I think is a beautiful nod. I mean, you guys said there's so many beautiful nods this season to,
Absolutely.
and there's some other characters that I decided I wouldn't ask about and not spoil for my other
Greek?
sisters because
The Birdman. The Birdman.
I love him.
Oh,
Love him. He's so cool.
And I love how Jankum just can't stop himself from
It's so good with the bird puns, you know. But yeah. But I mean, it's like through these stories, you got this Vulcan who's like with the cool kids, you know, and then suddenly thrust with the nerdy outcast kids.
With the Never Squadron.
Right,
Never Squadron.
Never Squadron. Do we call it that?
Never Squadron. I like that.
Would have been great in the writers' room.
Going on the cockamamie point. I was like,
If I heard that in the writers,
We
if
would
I
have
heard
that
that,
in the episode.
we would have used that, Sabrina. That's
Nova Squadron versus the Never Squadron.
Never Squadron.
Oh my God. And you know how I feel about Vulcan. So I was like, oh no, here we go. So, but as soon as I heard her name, I said, oh, she's got to change because she's got that name.
Yes.
You know, and she's a vehicle for looking at this coming together. And then how through Gwen's story, you know, there's that whole repeated, like, you got to get together, you got to be together, you know, like they're literally physically separated when we start this season, you know, and it feels, and I can say like, it just felt wrong.
You're yearning for her to get back with the gang. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think there's a time when we were writing it and we're like, Michelle feels a lot like Gwen in the group of the tall, you know, badass
adult in the room.
not up for shenanigans, which that was an unexpected thing. I don't think we planned on that, but we couldn't really change it because she was Vulcan. We wanted a Vulcan. We wanted to introduce a Vulcan character because for someone who's new to Trek, who is their guiding light of Vulcanism?
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's always
but someone who's never seen Spock though, like
who's contrary,
like a new viewer, like an
A new viewer. Okay.
Right.
Just so here's a little tidbit though. You'll notice Michelle's hair has the white streak in it.
Yes.
So we never really say it, but she's a descendant of T-Pole from the original
series.
Of who?
Oh.
T-Pole?
Her name T-Pole.
T-Pole, is it?
When
T-Pole or the T-Pole?
Oh, the marriage. Late,
she had the white in her hair,
the
and
marriage.
Spock had to battle. Was it Kirk, I think?
Yeah.
Get married and Anyways, she's a royal.
She did have a gray streak in her head.
Yes, she did.
She had a big white.
I forgot about that. That's a cool little
It
nod.
is.
That's
The
No
show
wonder
is
she came
filled
in
with
there.
those little things that you will not catch on one
We
view.
didn't have time to
right
talk
on
about
one
it.
view.
That's why we have to go back and look again.
Got to go back.
And again.
It's
Got to
rich.
go back.
Yeah,
I'm getting
All
the
right,
I'm getting
we're
that we
getting
need to wrap.
we all got it.
Yeah. We all got
Hageman,
it.
shut up.
Yeah.
We need to wrap.
Well, you know, that always sucks. They try to wrap us each time, but you know,
All right,
but
so
just
Las
ignore
Vegas,
it.
Why,
make it
why
happen.
you got to
Go.
come back to the show? That's why you got to come back to the show and just run your mouths.
Yeah.
no, but I mean, you know how much we love you guys, and we're so proud. We can't wait for everybody to see this season and enjoy it as much as we have, and we'll continue to do. The work is phenomenal. I hope you guys are
Absolutely.
very proud because we are, and you know, this is our jam, and we're so glad. And also, you know, congratulations on being saved. You know, this
Yeah.
show deserved to be saved,
Oh.
deserved to have a new
Yeah.
home, and we deserved as viewers to continue seeing these stories.
Well, thank you.
Exactly.
It's because of voices like you going out there and spreading the gospel of Star Trek Prodigy. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
you're
imagine if
welcome.
this was just sitting under a rock and no one could see it.
Oh.
Like, it's so
See, I
good.
cannot. I cannot. That's
No.
that's our horror, my nightmare. Like
Yeah.
so, no.
That was
But
all of our nightmare for a little bit. Yeah.
but we can't wait to see you guys in Vegas and have fun with the rest of the day. And thank you so much for your time, as always.
you.
Wonderful to see you ladies again.
You
Great
too.
to see you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You guys are muted.
I'm just giggling. That's all.
Like, oh,
I love those guys.
oh my
Yeah.
God, that was a lot of fun. I forgot that we were on there for a long time with them.
For a minute.
I mean, it
yeah,
felt longer than 20 minutes.
it was longer than 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always
for
longer
sure.
than 20 minutes.
Well, I really enjoyed that discussion. And, I mean, it was hard. Like, man, when he talked about episode 14 and Chakotay and Janeway,
Which I've now seen.
you've now seen it.
Yeah,
Man,
How many-
Chakotay is fine as hell. Hey,
Mirror Chakotay. I was like,
I was like, why am I getting feelings for this cartoon? A hot ass cartoon.
I know
Oh my
it.
God.
It was. I even like the third brother in Nova Squadron. I was like digging the hair. He had the little
Mhm.
white streak coming down here. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
who's this kid there here?
Oh, hi, Ian. Hi, Ethan. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so we're gonna get into a little bit like overall your thoughts on the season. Fran, I know, but I can't wait for you to watch it because you're gonna have to come back and tell us. Like, I can't wait for you to see it. I know you get
It's
a
fine,
lot of
I'm fine.
spoilers.
I'm
Right.
fine.
All right, come on, Yvette,
Time
because
to
you
decide.
my overachiever. You've seen it twice already.
I have.
Tell us.
Tell you
What
what do you want me to tell you?
What are your your high level thoughts?
You
like-
wrote the thing.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, I just couldn't. I was like what you were saying, that I was watching it and I just could not stop watching it. The last 5 episodes really kind of, it was, I had that feeling, when you watch the end of DS9, you're doing your rewatch, and that last season, those last episodes, it's getting ready to end, and you're like, I don't want this to end, it's that. And then when it ends, they do that, they go and they just take you through the whole series, and you get to see all these people again, and you're like, oh my God, I think, you got, your heart is palpitating. And I actually had that at the end because they wrapped this up so well. And I don't want to spoil the end for anybody, but
Yeah.
they wrapped it up so well that I felt that way at the end. I was kind of gutted that it was ending.
Mhm.
And I think me and Tamia had said it, that the writing for these animated series are like so top notch
Yeah.
that they are really, I don't know. I don't ever want to just, poo-poo on anybody's other shows, but, and I wouldn't say this is my favorite show, but the writing is, this is not a kid show. I don't care what they say.
Right.
This
Right.
is
I don't
not
care
a
what
kid
Netflix
show.
is calling it, or
I don't-
Nickelodeon or anybody else.
Yeah.
You know?
I loved it. I loved it. I've watched it twice. And mainly the first time, of course, I watched it so I could get some questions done. But the second time I kind of leisurely had it on,
Mhm.
and it was like there were certain episodes where I really watched, and then some were just kind of playing in the background. But I'm just happy that we have that. I mean, it closed up a bunch of little loose threads, hanging chads. There's a lot of hanging
Mhm.
chads were taken care of. I mean,
Yeah.
when I saw Wesley, I did not see that coming. Like, I saw a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff coming. Like I really, I mean, we even have a reel that I was gonna put out. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should wait to see this first before I put this reel out. I was like, nope, I'm not putting out this reel. We really went into that. So yeah, they did a wonderful job. I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of Star Trek for saving this show. Because, you know, last time we spoke to them, you know, they talked about they had 30 Zoom screens. And that's never good. When you go into a job meeting and you got 30 Zoom screens. But I'm so proud of Star Trek fans for getting out there and saying that we want to keep the show, and for Star Trek for not like shelving it and finding it a new home. So
yeah,
I can't wait for everyone to see it. It's, oh man, it's Star Trek. I mean, it's such good Star Trek.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And I love that. I like these two animated shows. I love that Star Trek fans are writing these shows.
right.
You know, it just it shows up so good. And the Easter eggs were crazy.
Right.
The Easter
There's
eggs
so
were
many.
crazy.
So I want to get into, like, first of all, who did you have a new favorite character, you guys? Sabrina, was there a new one that you loved, or did you fall in love with an existing character in a new way?
Murph is my boy. I love me some Murph. Pew 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 pew. Murph just saved the day, like, all the time. Like when they told Chakotay that Murph was coming because he was security, and Chakotay's face was just like, what? And then he said, well, I guess he is security. Like, yes, Murph is the thing. But I really I've always loved Zero, and I love Zero from TOS. I mean, you know, the Medusans, that whole race.
Yeah,
I thought they were just amazing. That whole idea of a race that was either so beautiful or so ugly, you didn't know which one. But you know, to watch Zero's whole kind of arc in this was fantastic. I love the ending for him. That was great. So if you haven't seen it yet, I will not tell you. But I was hoping, because I was a little, you know, I was cool with what was going on in the middle. I was like, all right, and then I was like, and then the end happened. I was like, yes, perfect. So Zero and Murph, definitely.
But did you have new ones? Any new people that you liked?
Well, you know, I got this thing about Vulcans, and because I don't trust those mothers, I really don't. They will just leave you or something, man. There's only a couple of them that I can deal with. And that's Spock, and now this new sister here. I was like, you know what? All right. My girl was ready. And but I was watching her the first 2 episodes. I was like, I don't know.
Right.
No.
I didn't trust her either.
You like Tupac?
Oh, that's right. I like Tupac is dark, man. That's my boy. He's crazy ass Vulcan. So I gotta love him.
Yeah. Tupac is on the dark side. Oh my
God, he is messed up.
That's
the
a
rest of them
Vulcan right there. Oof.
Yeah, you know, when they sell your inside stories to like underground market because your stuff is so dark, you know there's a problem. But okay, I got one thing I really want to say. Chakotay, what is with his "I love being abandoned on a planet" thing? Like he was so ready to stay on the bathtub world. He didn't even want to go back. And on this one too, he was like, "No, I'm just gonna sit here with my protostar." No, you know, he told to his first officer. He was telling to this crew, I wanted to slap him like I used to want to slap him in Voyager. I wanted to slap him again.
He was like, "Oh, I think I'm just gonna stay," and I'm like,
"Oh my God!"
Like, no, we're not staying.
He was brooding.
For 10 freaking years. I know.
We're here. You know, we're rescuing you. Pop, 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 pop.
Although one line really
go to the mirror. Let me go get.
Look at Joel. Joel said abandoned with a certain hollow.
I thought the same thing too. He don't want to leave because he's got his hollow. He got his cowboy hat.
That's right.
He's all right.
He's good. Oh my God, this was one of my favorites.
Oh, right. That was a
Jillian.
big thing. Visitation
Oh,
apps.
yeah.
Like, oh wow.
I
That
think
was so
yeah,
good.
Jillian was one of my favorite new characters.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
the humpback
There was,
whale.
yeah, I forgot
love
about
that.
that too. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, the Mirror
Love
Universe
it. What's
whales.
the dude on the bridge crew with the what race is he with the horns? Like
Oh,
The
you
Tellarite?
mean the counselor, Noam?
yeah,
The
yeah,
Tellarite?
Yeah, Tellarite, yeah.
yeah. He is so funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
Like he makes me laugh. Like but I also liked Birdman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna call him I'm just gonna call him Harvey Birdman because I can't remember his
Harvey
name.
Birdman.
Attorney at law. I liked Harvey Birdman. He
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, that was a good.
but-
I want to know what species that was, because I've never seen that one before, and that's another thing I love about Prodigy, and I think more than anything is that it's about aliens. You know,
Yeah.
there's a very small number of humans in this series. You know, I think Janeway and Chakotay are the only humans, right? If I know, I'm not
think-
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jellicoe.
Everybody else.
I mean, out of the
Oh,
two
Angelico.
Jellicoe.
Oh,
Jellicoe was
popping up every
Jellicoing
now
all
and
over
then.
the place.
Jellico was Jellicoing.
Over the place.
Is Jellicoe,
I'll see you in San Francisco. I was like, oh
Jellicoe
wow,
in
here we
this
go.
season?
Yep.
Is he in this? Okay.
Yes, your boy is in there.
Jellicoe.
I don't know if you're gonna like him after this season.
Okay.
No, he wasn't
Was
bad,
he-
but
No, he wasn't. No, he was doing
No,
what
he
had to be
was
done.
Jellicoing. I mean,
he was Jellicoe.
That's what
Yo,
he
he
does.
was stressed.
Yeah.
He was and doing his damn job.
He was doing
He
his
ended up
job,
being
and he
going
was
rogue.
stressed out. I mean, they had him stressed. If you've seen the whole thing, that's why I think it plays so well, because we know what's happening. We know what's happening in the background in the Federation, and the fact that Jellicoe is being Jellicoe, and he's the head. I guess he's the head of
Yeah, he sounded like the
Starfleet,
head.
because I mean he's making all the decisions, and man, he is on edge. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. But they bring up everything else. The Romulan, going after the Romulans and everything else that was going on. Now, all these other storylines that they're saying, okay, all this stuff is happening in Starfleet. So you're on your own. Y'all, there's no ship coming to help you. It was like, wow, that's like Discovery with, the Discovery, when Discovery was out for 9 months and the Enterprise wasn't there, you all lost the war halfway. You pretty much lost the war because you were missing 2 of your key ships. But here they go by themselves. It was like, oh my God. I mean, I was really scared for them because I thought they were going to kill off somebody or something was going to happen really horribly bad. I was just like, this is not good. Everything was like oh my God, this is not good. What's just happened here? This is even worse.
I gotta say, like, this season. I mean, the first season knocked it out of the park, but this season was so compelling.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
every episode you were just like, no, I've got to watch the next one. Like, okay, I can. I was in bed, like I had the remote in my hand because I was trying to turn it off, and I was like falling asleep, and I was like, there was like one eye, and I just didn't press the back button. I'm like, had one eye open. I was like, damn it, I've got to get up tomorrow.
You'll wake up with a Trek hangover, okay?
I sure did. Oh my God, that's a new phrase. Fran did it again.
She showed you how to slide your show into the timeline seamlessly. It did.
Got the sweetest hangover.
And Netflix too. They will go to the next episode.
You're not paying nobody. Stop saying
right. Right. We ain't paying nobody now.
I ain't paying no royalties. I don't have that. We don't have SyFy Sistas doesn't have that type of money.
Netflix will go to the next episode so quickly, but I was still hitting the button to go to the next episode and skip the recap. Like, skip.
It was crazy because I was watching it with the screeners. I had to keep putting in my code every time. It was like,
Right.
Oh, I know. Oh, that was kind of annoying.
Oh,
yeah,
I got
but
so
yeah.
good at it though, because I was just
I know.
because
Yeah,
I got
boop,
boop, boop, boop, boop,
boop, boop,
I was
boop.
like, all right, let's go. I got so good at it.
Oh, but I did the code. I did the wrong code like the first time and screwed it up. They were like, "You are not allowed." I was like, "Oh my god!" I burned the screener. I had
It
a
just
wrong
told me
number
when
in
I
there.
messed it up. It
Oof.
was just like, yeah, no, that's not a valid number.
I had to
It was
come
like,
out.
oh,
I had to come out and
really?
go all the way back in. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
what I
yeah,
did.
no, I
I
just
was scared
retyped.
for a minute. I thought, "Oh my god, the show's tomorrow, and I haven't." The interview's
So,
tomorrow, and I have fried the screeners.
Okay, I
Pressure.
talked about it in the interview, but I really love this whole Wesley Crusher time, traveler thing.
Yes.
Excuse me.
So funny.
I mean,
Yeah.
I loved the whole art, and I love how much it connected to Moments of Sunder. So if you guys haven't read Moments of Sunder,
Okay,
please
write
do.
that down.
And excuse me.
God bless you. Yeah. Moments of Sunder is part of the trilogy of the end of the
You said it.
the novel universe, the Trek literverse, and it came out because Picard had smashed that whole timeline, so they wrapped it up, and it was, I think it was part of that. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Is that the one? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that
Mhm.
that dealt with all the
It
the
has a track.
timeline being attacked, and
Yeah, it's a trilogy, right? There's two
yeah, it's a
more that goes
trilogy.
with it. Yeah.
Three
Yeah,
different
I think
authors.
that I said 219, but I believe it came out in
Yeah, it was.
2021.
Yeah, I was about to say it was
Yeah.
not 219. It was
Yeah, it was
later than that.
2021. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they started writing it because they knew Picard was gonna like totally, smash all of that. So
Yeah.
yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. Well, that's it. I mean, there were so many little Easter eggs. I mean, they just did not forget anything.
No.
They
No.
talked about everything. There were so many things they
Jill.
taught me about. They talked about what was it? Was it the loops? The causal loop, time loop, the Bell riots, and the Cochrane test flight. I was like,
Yes.
y'all just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
put it all in there.
Everybody got mentioned. All shows were.
Every show got a mention.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Somebody in the chat talked about how they really like wove a tapestry this season, and I think that's a beautiful way of putting it, because that's what I felt like. Like, I mean, it was just so rich and so much depth because they took all of those threads from all of Trekverse and put them in there, and then made this feel like one of the most fully realized Trek worlds we've gotten to see. Because a lot of times everybody in the Trek universe, they act like nothing else is going on in the damn universe. Like it's only, and like the things that they do don't have consequences. For the other shows. So for me, like that is so personally satisfying. That's one of my favorite things. There was so much in this season that I just loved. I cannot wait to watch it again.
I think that's what I love. I don't know. I got a love-hate relationship with the fact that it was all dumped. Because I think because there was so much, I would have really liked to have at least 2 episodes a week. That way we could have done a chat. People could have talked about it. We could savor it. I miss that. I miss that we can't talk about each episode because there was so much in these episodes. But I'm cool with a dump.
Well, I mean, I'm cool with the dump, and that's nothing to say that we still can't do a chat and do it like one episode at a week, because everybody here in this chat is talking about how we all want to do a watch through together.
And
maybe that's the way to make it happen.
Yeah, I think that's what I think we will start. Maybe 2 episodes a week. Chat in the mothership. So look for that.
So if you're not in the part on the mothership yet, come join us on the mothership and on Facebook.
Yes, Jill.
Boothby got a flight maneuver.
Great minds thinking alike.
Killer tribbles.
Okay.
There were just
the
things.
tribbles were great.
Oh my God. There were things that they did even, not even just mentioned, but there were
Right.
things that they did that went back to another show. So you knew exactly what they were doing when they put the three, triangulating so they could get the beam better. We saw that done before. So we knew exactly what Dahl had in his hand. He's like, don't drop them because you're going to need those when you get down there with the triples. It was just everything. They just, why they had to bring that one guy back in there, the one with the boombox. What was his name? The Incredible O'Connor or whatever.
Oh, O'Connor.
They love that guy.
I know.
They love that guy.
Even he made it.
I was dying just because.
Oh wait, he was in Lower Decks.
Were going to have
right.
a heart attack.
He was on Lower Decks.
Because we actually told them, the last time we spoke, like, why did you have that was one of our questions. Why did you ever why would you bring him back of all people? The one thing that I thought was crazy about the triples is that when she was Rock figured out how to stop them from multiplying, and she talked about Larkin. Remember Larkin?
Yeah.
From the short Trek triple.
Yes,
which I absolutely love.
I mean, these guys are really nailing it.
I was like, they started out nailing that. I was like, that's great.
And Chakotay moving like sacks or quadrilaterally.
I can't wait.
That's the last sack.
Bribble was so cute.
Was it Thribble or Bribble?
Bribble.
Oh, okay. So I was hearing that wrong the whole time because I kept hearing Thribble.
No, it's Bribble. Put on your what's the names?
I
know the closed caption. I know I should be
because in my ear it was Rock asking everybody to mind the baby. Could you take care? Could you take care of while I go on this mission? I was just losing it. It was some of the stuff was so freaking funny. I just was dying.
But I know that, like, I mean, I just really want to encourage everybody out there to go ahead and watch it if you haven't watched it yet, and definitely support them on Netflix because
give
the main thing give them numbers and rewatch because we need to ensure that we get a season 3.
Yeah,
and hopefully a season 4.
Let's get 5 seasons out of this, like everything else.
Right.
Let's get it done.
And I just also want to say, like, I want to try to encourage everybody to keep watching Lower Decks and try to increase their numbers. You never know; they might get picked up. Nobody they might. You never know. Even though everybody's committed to this 5-season thing.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna go past that.
I'm with you, Jamal. 7 seasons are bust. Like this 5-season business sucks.
I know what everybody is saying about that because we're used to it. That's what we grew up with.
It's only 10 episodes. Like we're only getting 10 or 12
get that,
episodes.
But that's the new thing now. And
I know, but
if we can get more Star Trek series out of it, I'm cool with that too. I mean, 2-hour show, 2-hour episodes or movies and another
movies or 2 hours maybe. I'm just saying, like, I understand exactly why they do it.
Yeah,
like I know why they do it. I just think that the storytelling suffers for it.
Yeah,
sometimes, and it's suffering a lot. And
not with them.
Yeah, somehow the animated ones seem to be able to do it.
The animated ones are cool. See,
yeah. But also, they're good. But still, it's a whole different form of writing, and I miss, and I'm standing behind it, and it's a sword and it's a hill I'm going to die on. That I wish that I could have 2 more seasons.
There's your flag.
Thank you. I planted it.
And also with Netflix, make sure watch it over and over again. But don't forget there's on Netflix you can hit the 2 thumbs up, which means love. Make sure you hit that one. Hit that on Netflix because that means they'll put in their little ratings timeline and all of that stuff. So
I'm even hitting it, even though this means I'll get more animation suggestions. But I'm gonna hit it.
Well, I mean, now that you have Netflix, I mean, now that you're watching some animation, we need to
I
take
love
the.
Blue Eyed Samurai. That was
There you go.
Oh, that
Hageman
was
Brothers
so good.
suggested
was
that
so
we
good.
watch Blue
So
Eye
good, so
Samurai,
good.
and it rocked
Yeah.
my world. I
Oh,
mean, I cannot
Another
wait for season 2.
beautiful.
Let me
It was
tell you,
recommended by the Hagemans.
it
Yes.
was. You've got to watch
my
that. I had
God,
watched
that
it before
show.
they recommended it, but I'm telling you right now, if you love animation,
That show
watch
is
that thing because it is
wow.
beautiful. It is violent as hell, but
Ooh,
what
yeah.
isn't? What isn't at this point?
right.
But it is so good, and it's a good story.
It's a good
It's a
story.
really
It's a
good
great
story.
story.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. And on Friday, we're going to release the audio version of the interview as a special, season 4, first special of season 4. So tell your friends, you know,
Your
like
loved
and
ones.
subscribe to us everywhere.
Yes.
Listen to us everywhere, please. Let's help increase our numbers as much as we can.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, we love you guys. You're the best. If I die, CPR 101. Thanks, JR.
Got
All right,
people on the
JR.
hill with you.
Okay. And Yvette or Sabrina, one of you guys, can you talk about how to become a sponsor of the live show if people want to sponsor us?
Yeah. So all you need to do if you're interested in sponsoring the live show, all you need to do is go to SyFy Sistas.com/sponsors. And on that page, you'll find out how to sponsor the podcast, how to sponsor the live show, 2 moons and a microphone, and Sin Goes Sci-Fi. So you can pick either one of those and it'll bring you to an email and it'll tell you what level. If you want to, there is a $10 level, which you get a link in our description box. There's a $25 level, which you get a link in the description box, plus a banner in the middle of our show. I'm sure I'm missing a lot, so just go there.
Go there and it'll all be explained to you.
I wasn't
It'll
expecting.
all be laid out for you.
It's all laid out there. So yeah, no, those are not the producers for this show.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't forgetting
you got
anybody.
it. I know you got it. You got it. You got it.
Okay. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We love you so much. I know this is not a long one. This is a short and sweet and to the point.
Yep.
And we love you guys, and peace, love, and hair grease, my friends.
Bye.